Welcome back to the Brews and Boys. Open your Brewble to page 5.
Tonight's session is all about beer flavors, specifically
Wrong way.
of that variety.
The flavors of Bud Light.
Yeah. So
I've heard variety is the spice of life, but
that or STDs. Anyway, so I've been into the Bud Light Apple recently,
yes,
and I've dived into the Bud Light Lime and all that shit.
I've had lime.
Yeah, and it's almost like you just we're about to hold hands. It's almost like you squirted, squinted, some lime juice into a beer.
Yeah, that one's a little less enjoyable, I feel like, than apple. Are those
Apple's like,
because
it's like a cider.
Is that the only ones? Well, the only ones locally that we can access.
Well, they used to sell a pack of them, and it was like all 4 flavors or some shit.
What else?
I think there was like, maybe peach and like something else. I don't know.
Never tried.
I could be wrong.
I've had lime a handful of times.
Yeah.
Well, not like 2 or 3 times, and I've had apple maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I've had those. Yeah, I've had those too. But I've been on like a Bud Light Apple kick recently.
Yeah,
I don't really know why, but like I tried them that one time just out of fluke. I just like picked it up. I was like, "Fuck it, whatever," and then I just been like having them.
Yeah,
it's like
one
the
of
4th time having them ever since.
Yeah, one of my old roommates used to dive in.
Drinking a Bud Light. However, I do have Bud Light apples tonight as well.
We got some of them, but yeah, like I was saying, one of my old roommates used to enjoy the Bud Light apples,
and they're good.
But I don't think I ever had them when he was drinking. Like I was never like, here, let me get a sip. Like it was never nothing like that.
Yeah, like you had some tonight as well.
Yeah, but then tonight, exactly. Ryan let me have a little slig. He lent me a beer, and I lent him a normal Bud Light. And it's enjoyable. The Bud Light Apple, I would say, is quite enjoyable. I've had Bud Light Lime, and naturally, as a lime is, it's more of a citrusy fruit.
Yeah.
So it's like a harsher, if you will, but like it's ingestible.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not impossible.
Yeah, if you like ciders, you'll like Bud Light Apple.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, it's mainly like this episode's mainly about like.
Yeah, we're talking Bud Lights here.
Yeah, Bud Light apples and
Bud Light apples and Bud Light's limes. I remember I was at like a work party and we were having like they buy like a handful of like different liquors and just bring it all and then whatever. And I remember there was some Bud Light limes there and I was having them and all this shit and like so I remember that and that was good. And then I've had it since then once after that. And then tonight I had the Bud Light apples. And I would honestly think I would pick the Bud Light apples over the limes. Yeah. But any day, the regular Bud Light is the way to go, I feel.
It's king.
It's the king shit of the Bud Light world.
It's the light king of beers.
The king of light beers.
Yeah. Because Budweiser is the king of beers.
Apparently. Because let's say Corona is the king of beer, but it's not a light. There's a Corona Light. So you can't count Corona as a light because there's Corona Light.
Just like Budweiser, the king of beers.
The king of beer, the self-proclaimed king of beers.
Yeah.
You know
But you can't see half their description anyway.
Right.
On the can, like right up at the top, it's like half cut off, but. But the flavors, definitely check them out. Not a sponsor, but you could.
Not a sponsor, but it could be.
So. Look into us, Bud Light, because we've been looking into you for the last, I don't even know how many years.
Anyways, let's cut this passage off. But check out check out the flavors of Bud Light and the original, of course, as we enjoy. And we'll see you next time.